the record setter.
What's going on? Welcome back. We back, man. How you doing?
Sir. I'm doing great, brother. Great.
Yeah. All right, so before we even get started, I want to apologize for the little hiatus. We're going to chalk it up to mental health. You know, we're in the best space, a lot of stuff going on around me. So I wasn't available. Obviously, John, with his job, he's been on the road and been doing what he had to do. So, but it ain't on him. I've been checked out, but I'm back now. Hopefully feeling a lot better. So, but that's out of the way. Talk to me, boss. Well, what was the you said yesterday you texted me saying you was coming back from Cali. That was a crazy notification to get, first of all.
No. No. So I got a VPN, bro.
Okay.
My VPN was in Cali. Yeah. Nah, we don't go out to Cali.
Account in California. I said, all right. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's why I sent you that screenshot.
All right.
It'd be like that.
I said, my mom tossing. What he doing in California? He couldn't took me. I said, I don't know why he probably doing for work.
Hey,
but
man, I haven't been to Cali at all yet. I want to go though.
We should.
Yeah, I want to go. But shoot, I mean,
if ever the Panthers and Titans make it to the Super Bowl together, and then in Cali we go. All right.
Absolutely, duh.
All right, just checking. Just checking.
Yeah. But yeah, the month of May really been smooth for real. It's really gonna be like June. June gonna be crazy. All them camps going, so we really like just evaling and chilling. Oh my gosh, what?
You think you black now?
I'm be saying because my shirt.
The only thing you gonna see is that blue around your neck. Why?
That's it, boy. And my smile.
Nice one. Nah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad we're back. I'm excited, man. Obviously, season right around the corner. We talked about going live for the draft, but viewership ain't what we still new, so
yeah,
you know, we canned it. But also, just watching the draft, I was super excited. Day one, I love the moves we made. I think day one, the Jets won the draft. Like the first round of the draft, I think the Jets won it. The moves they took. But I was excited with the moves that the Titans made. I think we made some acquisitions that was critical to the team needs. First of all, taking Carnell Tate at the first pick that we had, I think is a big help for Cam Ward. I saw a lot of our fan base over social media reacting, why would we take him this? We need this. First of all, before all this even started, we need a receiver. I was saying, I want Carnell Tate. I got sidetracked by the glitz and glam of what Jeremiah Love was. I was sold on wanting him as a running back, as a safety blanket for him. But ultimately, we needed a receiver because our receiver room last year, too many drops. Too many times when Cam extended the play, made a great play, and then when you think we got a first down, whoop, you know what I mean?
Butterfingers.
Man.
Butterfingers. So, I mean, yeah. that's the saying, bro. That's the universal saying. You drop that ball. But you know, like the consensus pick for y'all, that first pick was either receiver, running back, or edge. So
true. I mean, it was only three options to go for. And for us, in that draft, the first round, we got a receiver and an edge. So I wasn't mad at all.
Exactly. Right.
I wasn't mad at all. I think we did a really good job with just filling in the rest of the pieces, though, because as you can see, fifth round, we took Nick Singleton from Penn State. I believe it was third round. We took Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas. And then as you can see, the rest of the picks falling in order. I think for me, and also Nick Singleton went after Fernando Carmona from Arkansas. It's just what we need. What's glam and flashy is the skill, the guys that can move around, not the big fellas. So I put all my big fellas in my little list right there. You know what I mean? But I think like Kedrick Falk gonna be a great addition as a young edge rusher, considering what we already got in our room, and then you got a leader like Jeff Simmons leading the whole D-line group. So I think that energy, that tenacity is gonna be nasty at our front four. I think adding Anthony Hill to the linebacker core, they said one of the things he needs to work on is getting off blocks. His head coach is Rob Saleh, former linebacker, probably an edge in the league. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't worried about that. We see the type of linebackers he breeds when he's in that position to coach linebacker. So it's going to be great having him, Said Gray. I'm not sure what that means for Cody Barton. He's also a middle linebacker, but also it's a new regime, and he had too many plays where he missed. You know what I mean? Could have had a big play, he missed. So I'm excited for the direction that they're going. I love the pickup on the line for me, honestly. Getting a young guard. Hopefully, I seen something about they hope that we keep Zeitler, Kevin Zeitler or something like that. He's a guard.
Mm-hmm.
If we have a vet guard to put with him, just to sit in front of him until he's ready to take over, I'm okay with it. They also say because of the free agent still available, it's obviously some people we can still take. They think we still need another edge. So Joey Bosa's possibly available. You know what I'm saying? Go get him. Have a stacked D-line for real. And then we need another DB just because our room isn't as deep. So they think we need another corner. They think our safeties are good. We got veteran coreship, but they want another corner just to bring in at some point. So obviously there might be another signing in the near future before the season gets going. So I'm not too worried about it. But I loved every one of these picks that we made. Only 8 picks in this draft. Who was your, obviously Cornell Tate being the top one, but who was your favorite or your most unexpected pick or shocking pick that you saw that we took that you didn't anticipate us going after?
Probably Nick, honestly.
I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, yeah. Is Tony Pollard still there?
Yep. But they say so Tony Pollard will be there as the vet in the room. Obviously, we got Tajay Spears, but they say he's coming off leg injuries or something like that. So it wouldn't be so surprising if Nick work his way up as the 2-back sooner than expected. You know what I mean?
I could see it happening too. Mm-hmm. Nick, I actually like Nick coming out of Penn State. I forgot that. I ain't even think about looking at his film or nothing.
I mean, but they also say
he was always a name.
They say he missed his leg up his senior year, so like that's probably why he wasn't as high on the board though. So we said the running back group was trash. Like if you looked at the whole conglomerate of the group, we thought it was bad because I mean, the first 2 was the runaways. But I heard it was a shocker, and then I saw it because obviously we needed a back, and they took him being like, who was the other back in front of him at Penn State? Was there a back in front of him?
It probably was, but I don't remember his name. Like if I see his name, then I remember it.
I know he broke Saquon, I think his touchdown record. But other than that, like he's right behind him in yards, like for the Penn State records and stuff like that. So I think it's a solid pickup. I think it's gonna be a solid pickup. I
think so too.
I think my biggest shock, because as we were watching it, I was saying like who I wanted anyway. I think my biggest shock would probably be us getting Pat Coogan from Indiana. Obviously, we needed a center because we released ours. But I thought they would have went vet. I didn't know they were going to draft one. So I'm excited to see like how this plays out, having a young center, young quarterback. Obviously, they're going to have that chance to build that relationship. I don't know, man. I'm excited for the whole picture of that. I've been trying to catch like glimpses of like just rookie mini camp, like whatever clips you can find on YouTube, on social media and stuff like that. And it looks interesting. I said I wasn't going to talk about undrafted free agents, but we also took your boy, Tyron Montgomery. I think that's his name, Tyron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we took him too. So
John Carroll.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I hope he makes the team.
I think he will. I think he might not be 53-man roster, but
T-Squad.
Yeah. I think if anything, if he gets elevated, it'll be in place of X. But for the most part, I don't think he's gonna make the 53 just because of like what they trying to establish and just the security blanket for Cam. Right. So but I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm excited. It don't get no better than that. They say they hope to work Cornell Tate into the number 1 slot eventually, and then in our first few weeks, which we'll talk about the schedule releases soon, but in the first few weeks, he's gonna have his hands full with some of the corners that he's gonna be facing. What was I just about to say? Freaking Yeah, did you see? And I'm sure you saw the comments made by Malik Neighbors about how he was never number one, but he so how he don't anticipate him being a number one in the league or something like that. But it was like,
oh yeah,
you playing behind a stud of a receiver in Jeremiah Smith. It's hard to say you're gonna be the number one receiver in that situation.
Malik Neighbors had a bunch of comments that I didn't kind of like when he was talking about the draft. So
I seen it almost was a little saltiness because of, yeah, you want to run and make that receiver possibly, but also why would you go get Arvell reads his statement when he said you just drafted Abdul Carter the year before who does the same thing. But I feel like he's caught up on the edge part of it rather than he's a middle linebacker or he's a linebacker. Right. He play all around the field. So like
exactly.
I think he missed on that one. He made a comment about how he got to play against all three of the defenders from Ohio State now. And said he should have went and got Caleb Downs instead of him having to play against them. Like, yeah. So I think it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. I think it bothered me a little bit, but also I'm not mad. I'm not mad because
I'm not either. But like, why say that in public though? You know, because it's like, that's your teammate now. Arvell Reese is your teammate.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
and it's like you kind of like creating some disconnect already.
Yeah,
right. And that's the part I don't like.
This is my thing. His comment about Carnell Tate not being a number one. Brian Daboll, the coach who was his coach for his rookie year, his sophomore year, is coaching Carnell Tate now. He wanted Cam Ward as his quarterback in New York. Well, guess what? Now he's in Tennessee with Cam Ward as his quarterback. So I heard you, he might not be a number one in your eyes, boss, but that boy finna get them targets the same that you did and get thrust into this number one role.
And it's not like he can't develop into it.
Come on now. It might take probably 4 games in, but I guarantee he could be cooking.
Even if he wasn't, like, look who the number one is right now at Ohio State. It's Jeremiah Smith.
The most, I think the word touted, most sought after receiver in this next draft. So like,
yes, bro. They said he could have went first off the board last year. Or this draft.
He would
have. Come on now. Like, what we doing?
He would have. Like, I know, like, minus the Raiders. Every team, minus the Raiders, would have took him first if he was on the board this year.
Yes. Right.
So, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, like I said,
yeah,
Brian Daboll, he got, like, full control of how the offense is going to be run. Rob Saleh ain't got to worry about his offense being conducted. He got a receiver that he want. He got the quarterback he want. He went and found a diamond in the dirt. And Nick Singleton in this draft class, who obviously taken in the 5th round. So you can't say running backs need to be taken that high up. Obviously, there's been running backs taken higher up in the draft or been taken high up in previous years. But for him to come off the board in the 5th round, and then the possibility of what he can be in the league with no expectation, no pressure on him, I'm loving it because. Like I said before, our identity has always been we get a young quarterback, get us a nice running back, and then we figure everything else out, right? So I'm all on board with it. I think one thing I did see, Anthony Hill Jr. though, on the defensive side, his jersey number is gonna be 53. Who was what's that face?
Just 0. He went from 0 to 53.
Stop. That's what I'm talking about. 53 for the Titans organization. The great 53 was Keith Bullock. I think it's Keith Bullock Jr. Keith Bullock. He wore that 53. I hope he come out with the red sleeve on just like him. I don't want him to put no neck brace on, but if he do, it is what it is. He said, I looked it up, and yeah, it's a legendary Titan who wore it before, and Keith Bullock. So like he called him, or he wanted to call him, reach out to him. So I'm excited about that, just because like that mentorship, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of young guys reaching out to old heads and legends from the organization and say, hey, how was this when y'all was there to try to like reach a minute? But also we're in an era where young people, I ain't gonna say young people, that made me sound Super Bowl. Well, the younger generations don't really pay too much regard to previous generations. They live on their own terms, so it is what it is. So if they don't ever reach out, it's cool. But if they do reach out, I love the connection. Our organization being one of the younger organizations in the league when it comes to like when our team was started as the Titans, but also like now with our core of our team being a young team too. I'm excited. I'm over the hill for it. But enough of me ringing eye bell. Ding, 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 ding. Talk to me about the Panthers picks. Talk to me. How you feeling?
All right, before we talk about that,
okay, my bad.
Can I say we was wrong about the tight ends. So y'all,
first of all,
I'm pretty sure when we was talking, we had like 2 tight ends going like in the first 3 rounds. Yeah,
probably the first 2 days. Yeah. So first 3 rounds.
I think bruh. Yeah, it was like 6 or 7 tight ends off the board.
And we took one on
in day 2. I'm like, what?
Insane. It was insane.
The people who was getting picked, we did not watch. I'm like, who is this?
Man, I'm not even gonna lie. And it was one of those situations where it was like, we writing them out. Oh yeah, he's gonna be a blocker. We know this. We did not anticipate that many tight ends coming off the board, and it's a shock because first of all, the number of receivers came off the board. I already set the record for like draft. How many receivers got drafted? But we didn't anticipate them going big guy pass catches either. So it really was a shock. And it was one of those things I was like, man, yeah, we really screwed the pooch on this one, though. But,
bruh, I'm like, dang.
That's neither here nor there.
Look, so y'all, we're going to do a better job next year trying to.
NFL for everything. Cause, man,
I swear. My goodness.
But again, like I'm always saying, we new to this, so obviously we didn't know what to anticipate. And we've said it every episode. We don't know what we're talking about. We just guessing. Well, we do know what we're talking about, but we also hoping. And let me just say, I'm going to toot my own horn.
Okay.
Denzel Boston was a day 2 receiver. You know who was a day 2 receiver? Who started the day for day 2?
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Dribbling. Oh,
talk to me.
Receiver.
Yeah.
You went number 6.
Yeah.
You was the first to on the board for the second day, though. You feel me? So
Come on, nah.
That made me feel so good to see him go before Buddy because his tape, his film, and they showed him catching a.
It was better.
He caught a curl or a hitch and burned a 4.3 speed corner. He run a 4.3. That corner run a 4.3, and he pulled away from that 4.3. All I'm saying is he was better. His route running better. His hands is better. His physicality was better, and he fast.
Just a better receiver. Better receiver.
So yeah, I was happy about that pick. We sat there, and I was so hyped.
Hey y'all, quote of the day is trust your eval. The eval Kel had on Deshaun Stribling was absolutely correct, and look where it got him. First receive out the board in day 2.
Of day 2.
And he went to the Niners, right?
The Niners, who they just
That's
lost.
A good team, boy.
They don't have Brandon Ayuk no more. They don't have Juwan Jennings no more. They signed Mike Evans, so a great vet to come in and play behind.
Come on now.
And they got Richard Pearsall as another young receiver running mate with him. Mm-hmm. So with George Kittle, and I think they also took a tight end. So the way I see it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you know something. Sometimes you know something.
It's a good pick, man. It's a good pick.
It's going to be nice. And he's a blocker, so we'll see.
Man, yeah.
CMC going to have a great year this year. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, so kicking off with us. First pick that we had was Monroe Freeland.
That's that big dog up there.
Yes, sir.
Guard or tackle?
6 tackle. Left tackle.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Second pick was
Hunter Lee.
Lee Hunter.
Lee Hunter. Hunter Lee, I see it. My bad.
Is it Hunter Lee?
I think it's Lee Hunter. That might be on me.
Okay. Lee Hunter. Third was my boy, Chris Brazzell. Hey. Shout out to him. Shout out to Chris Brazzell. Shout out to him.
Xavier, look, you gotta get right, because if you don't, that 17 gonna look nice on him. You know what I'm saying?
I promise you. Fourth. Who was the fourth? I want to say it was Will Lee.
Yeah, it was Will Lee out of A&M. And then I think Zakee Wheatley. Was he not?
Zakee Wheatley.
Or is it a lineman? I think it was the lineman from Kansas State.
No, Sam Heck.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sam Heck. Zakee Wheatley was next, and then the linebacker from Miami, Ohio, Jackson. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but I'm not going to pronounce it. K-U Kuwach.
That's what I'm going to say.
Kuwach. Jackson Kuwach.
Hey, go Kuwach him.
Hey, I do need to watch him though. So this was a great draft in my opinion. So when we started off with Monroe Freeland, of course our starting left tackle, he tore his ACL or his patella tendon, which I don't think he's coming back. If he does, it'll be like way down the line. But we already got plans in place for left tackle. We got Monroe, and then we got a free agent this year from the Packers, I think. I forgot his name. But so those two are probably gonna battle it out to get that left tackle starting spot. I don't know what the plans is moving forward for what's my left tackle name, bruh? Icky. I don't know what the plans are for Icky. I don't know, because I've been hearing talks that he was gonna either move to right tackle or guard. So well, I know he's not gonna start at right tackle because we still got Taylor.
Yeah.
But I don't know where his place will be after this season. Lee Hunter, beautiful pick. We needed somebody to pair it with
in the middle.
Heck yeah, we need somebody to pair it with my boy Brown. And I think those two are gonna be some run game wreckers. So I'm fine with that. I was really happy with that pick. I actually wanted him too. I honestly, when the draft happened, I damn forgot about my boy. Like when we drafted, I was oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, we looked at him. It was combine and all that. I mean, I loved the tape.
Him and McDonald from Ohio State were the two better D line, like interior D linemen from the combine. Right. So yeah.
And then with that third pick, my boy Chris. So the thing about Chris, his Tennessee tape really doesn't really show the route running that you want.
Yeah,
but in the combine, pro day, and workouts, it was completely different. He can run routes. Yeah. And he's 6'5" on top of that, and he also runs a 4.3.
4.3 40, 6'5", catch radius is insane. Go ahead.
With the Panthers, we probably got the tallest receiving core in the league right now. We got Ted, he's 6'4", Chris 6'5", Jalen Coker, he's 6'2" or 6'3", and then we got Leggett, he's also 6'3". So we got some jokers who gonna go get that ball.
I mean, that's a good spread offense if you go what is it? No tight ends, 10 personnel.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if y'all go that look, anybody that got a short corner getting picked on.
Right. Chris is also a vertical threat too. He's not no regular 6'5", like a go-getter, like a 50-50, just only a 50-50 guy. He gonna get open and he gonna burn you. So I really love that pick. Will Lee, I feel like he a little more raw, but he's a physical cornerback.
You think he'll be a nickel with the considering who y'all got in corners already?
Yeah. I think he's gonna battle out for that nickel spot. But like I said, he's a really good physical cornerback. I think he's better in man than zone, I'm gonna revert that. I think it's the other way around. Like he's good in man, like real physical, but when he can't get a hand on him, he'll lose some of them reps. But we don't run a lot of man, so I feel like he'll be able to develop like his man skills down the line. So that'll help him out. Sam Heck is my favorite pick of this draft. A lot of people had him as a day 2 pick, and we got him in round 5. Like I seen his tape like right after, because a lot of people was like raving how good he was. I was like, God, dog, how he dropped this far? But I don't care. We got him.
I don't think, and that's the thing. Like, you gotta when you see them go that late, I don't think it's necessarily how he. I mean, yeah, he dropped obviously, but I don't think it's because it's a drop necessarily, but more so somebody moved up. Like obviously, it sounds crazy for me to say he didn't drop some, but you know what I mean. Like it was like. If you look at how many linebackers went in front of him, did he really, like, you know what I mean? Like, did it really show that he dropped, I guess, considering, like, the linebackers that did go, Anthony Hill, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, you know what I mean? Like, it was big-name linebackers, so, like, him.
Those are early picks, though.
True, but that's what I'm saying. How many linebackers got taken in between that and him?
I don't know.
If it wasn't many, then it's other positions that was getting taken. So I don't think he necessarily dropped, as in on the board where he ranked at linebacker, but other position needs were needed. And so
no. What do you mean linebacker?
Sam Hick ain't a linebacker, or he tight end?
But he a center.
Who am I looking at?
You looking at Jackson?
I'm looking at Buddy from Ohio, Miami, Ohio. I'm sorry.
I'm like, what you talking about?
That's on me. That's on me. You're right.
Now I haven't watched Jackson Kuwait yet.
Okay.
Watch. But
I'm talking about
Sam Heck.
My bad.
Yeah, Sam Heck was my favorite pick of this draft. And of course Zakee Wheatley. I think he's gonna end up starting.
Sure.
So Zakee Wheatley, he had the least amount of receiving yards on him as a free safety this year, and we will really we really need a free safety. I don't think Nick Scott is the guy to get it done right now, and I think this will make Nick Scott better, but I think eventually Zakee Wheatley will end up taking that spot because he's a true free safety.
I think
and like that's what he played like all years through college. Nick Scott was actually a receiver when he went to Penn State and he transitioned to safety. So I think having a true safety who like studied safety for 4 years straight, probably 5. I think it might have been 5 because some of the reasons where he fell is because of age. So I think that's good that he fell into our hands because like we really were kind of in need of a free safety.
Watching his film, I think he only had 2 interceptions or maybe 1 the last season he played, but 2 in the last couple of seasons. But he was the one that he came downhill super fast and just so happened that the ball went off a tip off somebody else's hand and he reached up behind him and grabbed the pick and ended up getting tripped and fell. But I think he's going to – you said it earlier earlier on while we were recording, talking about how y'all wanted – the safety from Toledo, but saying, can he play free? Because that's what y'all really need. So I think this guy, he moves. He's long. I don't remember what his height was. I think it was like 6'3", 6'4". He's a taller safety.
Yeah, he's true.
You know what I mean? But like, he was covering sideline to sideline. Might not have the picks, but he gets to the ball. So I can hear why you say that. I can hear why you say that.
And Jackson Kuwait, I do not know who this is. I ain't gonna say too much about him because, like I said, I don't know who he is. I hope he becomes a gem for us because 7th rounds are also like developmental guys. So I hope he can develop into something that we need as a linebacker core.
I think
and we don't have to go into the free agency.
Y'all just grab Devin Lloyd, right?
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine having a vet like that in front of him to help him like learn the ropes. And y'all system, everything that y'all doing, the moves y'all made, y'all secondary, y'all just got 2 extra ballers to put with. You said y'all needed, I remember you saying we were having a debate about what the centerpiece or the focal point of a defense could be. And I was saying how, I don't know what position you said, and I said that's not a focal point or that's not a centerpiece or something like that. And because you said y'all centerpiece, I think was the corners. JC and who'd you say was
Derek Brown?
Derek Brown at D tackle, and I think I was debating it, but then also you said Jeff Simmons, and it debunked everything that I said. But I think what y'all have done in the acquisitions and who y'all already had in the room, every young guy that y'all bring in defensively is gonna flow right into that pretty well. So
absolutely.
I think y'all set up pretty good. I'm excited to watch y'all division this year.
Now look, the thing is like with the centerpiece. Because my thing was you can have multiple, like multiple positions could be one. So now we got 3, I say 3 like positional centerpieces. We got Horn, Lloyd, and Brown. Those are 3 leaders that you need.
In each group.
You don't need 3, but like you have 1 or 2. But 3 at 3 different levels of that field is gonna work wonders.
Yeah.
So honestly, Mike Jackson, he isn't a centerpiece, but he's also another good cornerback that I love, and he's also another good leader. So, like, that room, just the foundation of what we got, I think it's going to be good, bro.
Being a good leader won't make you a centerpiece. You got J.C. Horn, who is a centerpiece. Mike Jackson compliments him great, so he'll be a great leader in the room, but we know J.C. Horn, that's his room.
Right, exactly.
So, like, I get what you're saying, but Mike Jackson going to be a great leader because they work well together anyway. So now it's like, all right, hey, if Bud say this, he ain't lying to you. You better get on it. Like,
exactly.
We ain't got no reason to jive. But now, I mean, I'm loving it. Honestly, I think, like I said, jokingly, Xavier Legette, you better get right, boy, because you might be riding horses in South Carolina or they might ship you off somewhere. But once the Browns get in that room, He tall, he fast. Again, his catch rate is, and also I wanted to go back to him too. Yes, his highlight tape shows him winning those deep bomb routes, and you know what I mean. But like I was watching him, his comebacks insane. His
exactly
his dig route show he's not scared of contact across the middle. So like I'm excited for him. I would have hoped he would have went like second round, but I ain't mad at it. Obviously, we got our receiver.
Hey, we got him.
We got our receiver. Hey, I ain't mad at it.
I was really happy about that one. But yeah, I was happy about that pick.
I'm excited because like he put in the work and he transferred to Tennessee from Tulane. So like obviously going from smaller school to a bigger school, which you playing in front of a small crowd to 100,000 screen fans, week in and week out situation, like that's already an indicator. Am I really built for this? And then he showed he was built for it. We played y'all. I think he had 2, maybe 3 touchdowns against Georgia, like early in the season. Like that really was like, hey, this dude one of them.
Right.
Caught 2 posts and a deep ball. Or was it 2 posts and a go ball? I don't know. It was a 20-some yard post. He caught for a touchdown. He caught one where he essentially took it off Buddy's hands and got his hands on. And then
nasty.
You know what I mean? So like he's a package that you want. Like on Christmas, you open it up and it's Chris Bradley receiver, you will be happy. You ain't gonna be. I promise you. You know what I mean? So
right. Come on.
I like the moves y'all made. I think it was great. I think the biggest the person I'm gonna watch for the most is probably gonna be this Will Lee corner. I think he's gonna be nasty. He could be y'all's next. You said he's better at zone and not man.
Yeah.
Josh Norman. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it is what it is.
He got the mentality. Yeah. He has the right mentality to get better.
But
so
this is what I want to say.
I'm so excited, bro.
This is what I want to say. I'm excited to watch y'all division because I also called another one jokingly, but I said it. I said it'd be crazy if Atlanta took Avian Terrell. You said no. I don't want that in our division.
You got dang right I don't.
What Atlanta do?
Hey, but he dead. Hey, I don't care. Avian Terrell can't keep up with Big Chris. He can't keep up, Chris. He can't keep up, Chris, man.
That's true. That's what I'm excited to watch. Because also, what the Saints did taking Jordan Tyson, that's gonna be exciting too. That
Hopefully,
he nice.
Hopefully,
he nice.
I pray he can stay healthy.
The film we watched, but he caught a comeback on the sideline, jumped over somebody, kept one foot in, and dived into the end zone.
Come on now.
I said, man, dude is it's about some Odell-esque. I ain't see Odell do that. All right now, but and then I think who the Bucks took your guy Ted Hurst,
and Ruben Bain.
I think that's gonna be the most exciting part. That chip on his shoulder,
pissed.
That boy, he went up to the thing, he put his hat on and walked off. He ain't looking in the mirror. He said, "Forget all the glam. Y'all done let me drop all the way down here." Man,
so NFC South, the whole NFC South drafted well, and I'm not a fan of that.
Don't be like that.
The Falcons drafted well with no first round pick either.
And that's true.
I was like, okay,
that's true.
Yeah, so
that was hard to explain too, because like I was watching it, my mom, my wife. The Broncos didn't have a first round pick, I think, or both of them 49ers and the Broncos didn't have first round picks. My mom, because the 49ers did, they traded out of their spot to the first pick of the second round. And I'm telling my mom watching that boy, this makes me mad. I'm like, go to sleep. She stayed up all night to watch that first round for them not to pick. So she was hot. But once they took Stribling, I was like, oh yeah, y'all just got a real good pick. So don't be mad now. Y'all started the day off right for the second pick.
Cause look, it could have been Boston.
It could have been Denzel Boston. It could have been. But he got drafted here to Cleveland.
That's right. Him and they got 2 receivers.
KC Concepcion.
That's right. I'm
excited.
Yes, I like what they doing.
Do up here.
I like what they doing.
I love it. I think I was talking, and this is completely sidetracked. Just the hearing the noise up here, being in Cleveland, the fact that they saying Deshaun Watson might win day one starter reps, like to start the season. I was telling my brother, he's like, man, he said, I think you might as well go ahead and get a ranks to Shador, this, that, and the third. I was like, I hear that. But what's happening right now, this is the last year of Deshaun Watson's contract. He healthy. We paid you $238 million. You think I'm gonna let you sit on the bench for another year just collecting a paycheck?
Hey, you better, hey,
hey, you better
right.
go shake somewhere.
Man.
Home somewhere, man.
Oh.
But this is my thing. I think the easiest transition is if Deshaun is a wash, then you got your answer. You go straight to your next quarterback up, which will be Shador, which gives the fans what they want. But it's hard to sell it considering Deshaun Watson's stint in Cleveland. Because if you bring his name up to anybody in Cleveland, boy, they don't like him here. They don't like him here. So like, and I was like, and I hear you, like, I get it. Obviously, the fans want Shador, but when it comes to business, I paid this man $40-something a year. You better. I ain't just letting you go for nothing.
200 something guaranteed.
Not guaranteed. It was like 238 was the whole contract.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if 200 was guaranteed, but hey,
let me see.
We gonna get our money.
Let me sure.
I think they said 238 was the full contract. I don't know how much was guaranteed though. But yeah, so like I said, it's gonna be hard for the coaches and the organization to sell that to the fans. What is it? What's your face?
The 5-year, $230 million contract with the Cleveland Browns is fully guaranteed.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
This man got free money for 2 years, 3 years.
This man just made $230 million
for nothing.
For nothing.
Ah! I could not be taller.
Hey, you feel me? Hey,
I'd have been up. I'd take that money. Cleveland,
yeah, Browns. That was bad
cold,
on y'all part.
Cleveland cold. I come up here in the cold for 230, guaranteed.
Hey, easy, guaranteed. For 5 years.
For 5 years.
Oh, I'm done after my 5 years.
Sit in the winter. Man, come on now. I ain't got to play another snap.
That's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's bad.
But yeah, that's real bad money management. But we're not talking about the Browns. I just wanted to like spit that out because we talked about KC and Denzel. So, but what I do, and I'm not sure if it's true or not. I think I just saw something about Cam Jordan signing with the Browns too. So that might be somebody that might be somebody leaving the NFC South. So a little less pressure on Bryce.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. I saw it in passing and didn't think twice to go look it up. So we ain't gonna talk about that. But
yeah, that boy ain't no real threat no more, no way.
Yeah, he old. All of them older edge rushers.
I think it does. It will pair well with Miles though.
Yeah,
he will. So
he feeding them all.
That'd be cool. Yeah, right.
But with the draft come and gone, let's get into the season, right? So they released the international schedule, and I'm okay with what they trying to do with the league and where the league is going, right? If it's fans overseas that want to watch the NFL, cool. Taking the games overseas is still cool in a sense. Why is we gotta compromise our Sunday mornings? I go to church.
Hey, hey.
Now
game at 9.
Church start at worship ends at 10:45. The service starts at 11. The game is ending at 11 in some of these. The game starts at 8:30. What are we talking about? I gotta get dressed. It's a good game. Obviously you gonna go to church. You ain't gonna, you know what I mean? But it bothered me a little bit. And so like, if we look at the schedule, the first international game in Melbourne, Australia. That's a new location. They run with people. So obviously expanding it, possibly gonna find some new talent. And also, there's a couple comments on the back end I want to talk about when it comes to the NFL draft. So we'll get back to that at the end of it. We're right here with this right now.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Hey. But the first game in Melbourne, I think it's gonna be big. I think I've never been to Melbourne, even in my time in the service. I'd love to visit.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. As long as I'm in a place where the temperature is controlled, the wildlife is to a minimum, I'm okay to go visit, right? I heard they got one of the worst snake and spider situations in Australia.
Yes! So I don't want to go. I forgot about that. You right. No, sir. Bro, and they got like big bats over there, bro. No, sir.
One bat?
It might be, but I don't want to know. I don't want to see what it look like.
So this is my thing, right? I would never put myself in a situation where I'm in the house of a creature that I ain't supposed to be in. This ain't me being cocky. This ain't me being full of myself. The biggest animal I feel like I can fight and defend myself against is a mountain lion. That's the biggest I'm going. If it attack me, I ain't losing. My evidence, there was a man hiking in Colorado, got attacked by a mountain lion, killed it with his bare hands. Hey, it's life or death. So if I seen somebody I saw the story, somebody got attacked by a mountain lion, I can defend myself. I ain't going out like no punk. Now, if it's bigger than the mountain lion, it's a wrap. You feel me? I'm going to run until I can't run no more.
How big are mountain lions?
They probably like maybe 200-300 pounds.
Okay.
That's a squat, right? I can get them up off of it. Then it comes to these.
Got that neck. Got that grab that neck.
Squeeze.
You gotta hem that joke up, man.
Man, I'm going to grab a rocket in the eye. Over and over, you feel me?
Yeah, right.
But you feel me? So like, I'm on board for it. But I ain't going to a place where wild animals just do whatever they want, and then I'm gonna complain about, that animal attacked me. Nope, I shouldn't have been there in the first place. So I'd love to go to Australia, but I want to go to the area where it ain't dangerous. I don't want no scorpions, no spiders, no snakes. I don't want no kangaroo walking up on me because I will punch it. I ain't
you ain't lying.
Oh, it's so cute. Get away from me.
No, sir.
I don't play with wild animals. Exactly. A kangaroo might be taller than a mountain lion, but I promise you it ain't worse than a mountain lion, and I put hands on it. You ain't choking me out. Okay.
Right.
So the next one is the Ravens and the Cowboys week 3 in Brazil. I think our relations and how they're expanding, obviously, like this is what, year 4 playing in Brazil, year 3, year 4. So obviously it's a great experience for the fan base down there. They loving it so much so that they keep coming back. I think this game in particular, I hope for the sake of Brazilians, none of these people become Cowboys fans, because that's going to be the worst fandom joint ever. You can't be a Brazilian nation who's known for success and greatness when it comes to y'all soccer clubs, and then you say, I'm finna start watching football, American football, and the team I want to watch is the Cowboys. They ain't won nothing since I've been alive. Actually, I take that back. Since I was 3. It might have been 95. They ain't won, though. Don't become a fan of a team that ain't winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Week 4, we got the Colts and the Commanders in London, England. I really don't care about either of these teams, but we've been playing in the UK and England since we started playing international games as well. So obviously they're getting their worth. I believe, is it the Jags playing the Eagles at Wembley, or it might be the Texans at Wembley? Which one?
I think it's the Jags and Eagles.
Okay, so that's going to be their big game, because Wembley Stadium is like a huge thing for the English people. So that might be the biggest game overseas this season. Week 5, you got the Jags versus the Eagles, which is what we just said. Week 6, you got the Texans versus the Jags in England. Not going to be at Wembley, but they're staying there. So I think the first one, I'm not sure who's the home team, and I know I got it set up where it just says the team names. I copied it down. I don't know who was the home team. I should have put it. But Jacksonville plays back-to-back, so I'm assuming they're going to be the visiting team week 5, and they're going to stay there for the following week, and Houston's going to be a visiting team, and they're going to fly into them. So, like, it's going to be one of those, they get to have the advantage of being the home team, so they ain't got to travel across the water. It's going to be cool. Yeah. The Saints versus the Steelers in Paris, France is one of our new locations this season for the NFL. I hope this is what I don't like, right? The matchups are fine. I hope this game, because of the people that they added, I'm not sure who's going to be the quarterback or holding the reins for Pittsburgh this season, but I hope it's not a boring game. They took what game was it? They took overseas, and it was the most boring game of the season. Like, it was a bad game. It was. I don't want them to think, oh, this is boring when they watch American football, because it ain't. It's exciting.
Yeah. It's exciting. I think I seen it somewhere where Aaron probably like it's a high % chance that he coming back.
I saw that, but also, like, again, waiting this late. He did it last season. I don't care. I think he should go ahead and hang it up. He didn't end with a losing season last season. He made it to the postseason.
Yeah, 10-7.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, you can walk away on that. If you take over this year and the season go bad, do we expect you to play one more year just so you don't end on a losing season? No, I think you walk away when the chips are up.
Yeah, I think it's time for the Steelers to have a bad season
so they can get a good quarterback. And that might be this year.
Yeah,
it might be this year.
It might
so they can get one of these quarterbacks in this next class. But this next class is going to be loaded, so they might stay in the middle of the pack and get them that. But it's Mike. Is it Mike McCarthy? That's his name. Yeah, Mike McCarthy is the new
Mike McCarthy.
So we don't know what to expect because they drafted Drew Aller. They still got Will Howard on the bench. They also brought back Mason Rudolph, and then you got Aaron Rodgers possibly. So like, it's up in the air anywhere. Week 9, you got Bengals versus Atlanta Falcons in Madrid, Spain. Another location for us that's new on the international schedule. I think that's going to be exciting. I don't know much about Spain, much about Madrid, and I might be pronouncing it super wrong. Madrid, however you say it. It is what it is.
Madrid.
I don't want to be, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I'm also like, I'm so I'm going to speak how I speak. If I pronounce it wrong.
Real Madrid down there.
Yeah. If you pronounce it right for me, I'm going to say appreciate it. That don't mean I'm going to, you know what I mean? Like, unless somebody from Madrid be like, oh, no, you don't say it this way in this pit. Like, if it's making them mad, I'm feeling them, I'm apologize. My bad, Madrid. But I ain't going to ever say it that way again afterwards.
Right.
Week 10, you got the Patriots and the Lions in Munich, Germany. I like, so they're playing at Bayern Munich's soccer stadium. I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that team. They play that one song when you score a goal. It's I think it's like dun 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 dun. So like playing on FIFA, like that's the only reason I know about it. But like they play this certain song whenever you score a goal, which makes me like only reason I know them and why I like their stadium. But I'm excited about that game. Hopefully, I don't know who I would want to win that game, so I really don't. It don't matter. And then obviously the last international game of the season, we have the 49ers versus the Minnesota Vikings in Mexico City, Mexico, which I think that's where it started all for us. When we first started doing international games, the first game was the Mexico City game between the Rams and the Chiefs when it was a super high-scoring shootout between Jared Goff and Pat Mahomes. So our international schedule this year, 9 games, 3 in England, but everywhere else is like they really going to be traveling. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for global fans to continue to gravitate towards what we love as a sport. I don't like the compromise we had to make in the timing of when we get to watch the game, but it's cool. Also,
at least it's one game.
It's one game a week or so. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I think the only crappy part about it is if you don't have streaming services, you probably ain't gonna be able to watch these games.
Yep.
The first game of the season is gonna be streamed on Netflix. That's all I can tell you. The other ones is like Paramount Plus or like all these other, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be crazy. So it is what it is.
Hey, everybody who use them streaming services, cool. Hey, but with me, I ain't gonna say nothing. But hey, I'm gonna watch that game. it might not be on Netflix, but I'm gonna watch that game.
I hear that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like when it's on streaming services because like it might glitch up, lag, and all that. But me and you on the same page because I know how to watch them too. So it is what it is. And obviously people know how to watch the games. I just don't want, you know what I mean? I'm not going to speak on how to watch the game. If you don't know how to watch the game, just Google the name of the game and it might pop up.
Hey.
That's all I'm saying.
It just might pop up. It just might pop up for you.
So you can watch it. You ain't got to pay for streaming services. You right? It's going to pop up.
Right.
Somebody got you.
It's going to pop up. Somebody.
All right. But of these games,
save your money.
Which one are you most excited for the international game?
Probably I don't know, bro. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. Most of these matchups are pretty good matchups, though.
They are really good matchups. I like honestly,
maybe week 1.
I think week 3 for me.
I wanted to say week 3.
I want to say week 3. It's just because like the moves that was made in Baltimore getting a new head coach, the direction that they trying to move in. I feel like them adding they grabbed Elijah Surratt. I think that's how you say his name.
Yes.
At receiver. So I love that pickup for them and Lamar. They say Lamar has been at every part of involved in the OTAs and off-season, preseason, getting ready for the season. So they're expecting big things out of him. I love the picks that the Cowboys made this year in the draft. I'm excited for this game. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not a Ravens fan. If I can have my way, I hope the tires go flat on the bus on the way to the stadium. We'll get them both. But I think it's going to be a really good game. I think that might be the best international game of them all, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. If I could pick one, yeah, I did say week 1. Maybe the Jag versus the Texans.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of you, did you? All right, go ahead. Why you like that one? I'm gonna get into it. Go ahead.
It's really more of what can the Texans do as far as the offense standpoint from how it was last year, and I want to see. And the Jags really was on the up last year too, so
all right.
I just think those are two good teams playing each other.
I heard that. And because we're on the talk of schedules, obviously, if you're watching, if you follow football, you know that they just dropped the don't change the slide. You know they just dropped the NFL schedule releases are happening. They dropped all of them as of yesterday. Because we're talking about this, did you see how the Jaguars introduced their schedule? Trevor Lawrence cut his hair.
Yes, I seen that.
Listen to me when I say this. They ain't winning nothing this year. I wouldn't trust the quarterback that look like that. He look, man. You better hope
somebody say he look like Ellen.
I wouldn't trust that quarterback as far as I could throw him, man. He just all his sauce just went away when he cut his hair.
Yeah, bro, you got to grow that hair back.
It ain't growing back this season. It's too late. He already did it. They say he like Samson with his locks. Power gone. Don't worry. Titans
actually go like crazy.
Titans taking the division this year. Titans taking the division this year. I'm saying it. I don't care. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. We taking the division this year. Nah, the over under for is like 6.5 games this year. I don't know. I said I want 8.
I think ours was too.
I want.
It's kind of crazy.
I told you before the draft happened. I just want 8 with the moves that we made. 8, so that the over under says 6.5. I ain't that far off.
Take that mug. Take the over.
Of course. But with the schedule release coming out, y'all got a favorable matchup this year. Y'all played the Bears, which brings to fruition that trade that happened because the trade is completed now. All the draft picks and everything.
Yeah.
So now y'all get to play them. How you anticipating that game? How are you excited about it?
I am excited. I trust our team now. I'm not on the dang, bro. We got the Bears, but we might get whooped. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh yeah, man, we finna compete now.
Okay.
We here now. So
I hear that.
I think if we slow down the I think we already gonna slow down the run. So if we could generate pressure to Caleb, then I think I like our chances.
Okay.
If we can't create pressure, then of course Caleb he gonna dot us up.
Mm-hmm. This is so I heard that. I think it's gonna be a good game for one. I'll put my egg in the hat on the Panthers. I think y'all can get them this year.
I think so.
This is what I gotta say about schedule release. Our schedule came out. We don't have a single primetime game. 2 years in a row. I understand we ain't the best team, but we won't get a primetime game. Also, with the international schedule, there's 1, 2. There's multiple teams with 2 games overseas. We couldn't get other teams in to go overseas. At least 1 game. We can't get one of them games. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. A primetime game with everybody watching us.
Have y'all played overseas yet?
No.
Dang. I know we have. We played in Germany.
I take that back. I think we played the Ravens overseas. The last year they had Odell on the squad. I think we played them overseas then.
Okay.
We still got whooped, so it didn't matter. But nah, that's just a little. I don't care. I don't care that we don't play overseas. We don't have a primetime game, which bothers me. But I also understand why, considering they're building our new stadium right next door, so not wanting that to be in the overhead drone shot when they film in the stadium as the game's being played. I get that. I just think it's a little slap in the face. You know what I mean? Like we can't be the away team on the primetime game.
I was just gonna say that.
Like, God, man, we got the number 1 quarterback from last year's draft. Just we got new head coach. We got a rematch between a head coach from his former team. We got 2 guys that we traded to the Jets that they coming back to playing us first week of the season. You know what I mean? Like so.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna ask who y'all playing.
We got the Jets, so we traded Jarvis Brownlee Jr. and Tavondre Sweat to the Jets. So in that, like, you don't think that like there's a lot of rematches and home team matchups that's gonna happen. We play in the Ravens for the first time since like Derrick Henry joined their squad. Trey Henderson going against the Bengals this year, gonna be a rematch. Brian Daboll versus the Giants. You know what I mean? Like it's so much that like team like it's gonna be a lot of I was here now I'm back. So like that immediate rematch
storylines.
Yeah, so I'm excited about it, but also like we got a few of them on our roster. We play the Giants. We got 4 of their former players and they coach. There's got to be, you know what I mean? Like put us on big market in New York, right? Nah, we can't do that. We ain't doing it.
Shoot.
And it's in New York. It makes no sense. I just it ruffles my feathers if I have.
Hey, shoot! This the So we got 3 primetime games. This is the first time we had over
and they
made one.
And they made the playoffs with an 8-9 record. 3 primetime games. We can't get one.
This is the first time we had a multiple primetime games since 2016.
That the Cam year.
It's been a decade, boy. Yes, it's been a whole decade. I'm happy.
We'll get 3 next year, hopefully.
Yeah.
But they also
go
ahead.
We got we're just talking about week 2. We got the Falcons week 2, and I'll be going to that game because it's at the Falcons. So yes.
I heard that. I'm trying to pick which game I'm trying to make it to this season. We were just looking at dates and stuff, and I'm excited. But also the Titans go to Detroit this year, but them tickets. They acting like Detroit Super Bowl champion, boy. In the lower bowl, ain't no ticket less than 500. In the upper deck, ain't no ticket less than 200. I said, who they think they is? They ain't even won nothing.
Yeah.
Man.
Shoot. I'm gonna try to make it up there for a game one of these this year.
Who are?
Tennessee.
Oh, to the Titans.
Oh wait, you're not at Tennessee.
I was saying, yeah, I'm in Cleveland.
I forgot.
That's why I said Detroit, man. The closest I can get, Cincinnati or Detroit. Yeah. You choose.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm gonna make it to the game. I ain't worried. Dang, I said okay. So before we transition to our last talking point, I wanted to go back to the draft. Right, some stuff happened in the draft that first of all blew our minds. The first one I'm gonna talk about is when they do the International Player Combine. It was a big dog. How tall was he?
I think it was 6'6" or 6'5".
All right, 6'5", 306. He ran fast and could jump, and they drafted him. One of the last picks of the draft. It don't bother me that he got drafted. I think sometimes it's a slap in the face considering the guys that, blood, sweat, and tears, their whole life has been football, and they get to this day and they don't get drafted. And then because a big guy who's super big and can move a little bit, who never played football before in his life, but he moves in a way and y'all think y'all can coach him up, he gets drafted over guys that have committed to it. It bothers me a little bit, but everybody's story is different, right? If you're going to make it to the league, you're going to make it to the league. It don't matter what your story looked like to get there, you're going to make it to the league. But what caught me off guard was, it's the last 4-5 picks of the draft. Ain't nobody at this thing. Ain't nobody walking out. That man walked out with his Nigerian flag around his neck, put his hat on, went the whole like he was a first-round draft pick. I said, dang, I'm lucky I was watching because you don't see this. It caught me off guard, but I was like, man, ain't no way.
Dude ran a 4.6.
4.6 at 300 pounds. They said it was the fastest of 300-pounders. I told you, so crazy, said this class was different.
Yeah, we just ain't know they had a created monster in the 7th round.
It's all right. They're going to be putting him on his back until you figure it out, so I don't care.
Nah, no cap.
I don't care.
Facts.
But the biggest shocker for me, though, in this draft was the Mekhi Lemon pick. It was, so he was getting called by Pittsburgh saying they was going to draft him. And as that was happening, Dallas traded they pick to Philly, and Philly drafted him.
Hey, this man told me, hey man, why the Eagles calling me?
Eagles call? So like, obviously the in-division rivalry when it comes to the Eagles, Commanders, Giants, and the Cowboys. But some rivalries don't mean as much when it comes to other rivalries, because also there's still the rivalry between the Cowboys and the Steelers. And then you got the Eagles and the Steelers in state, that rivalry. So I don't know how they work this out. It was like, hey, we willing to give y'all this pick if y'all give us y'all, so they can't get him. They traded it away. And they didn't have a backup pick, which bothers, like, how do you not, if this happens, if he's not on the board, this is my next pick. And they took a person that I was watching the draft, bro. They took a lineman. And you just saw their fan base. It
was kind of a reach, too.
Yeah, it was. You saw the fan base. Like, the people in Pittsburgh, when they saw that, they started leaving. They had one pick.
Yeah.
And you did this.
Right.
All the receivers on the board. We had a receiver that we wanted. We couldn't get him. And we say, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get a lineman.
Yeah.
Don't nobody who know who
it's like the pick wasn't bad, but at where they picked him,
you could have got him lower.
Yeah, where they picked him, like, man, that was a super reach, boy.
That was one of them, like, hey, my heart just got snatched out of my hand. What do I do? Because it literally happened. They was on the phone with him, hung up, and then, have you watched the movie Draft Day?
No.
You should watch that movie. So me and my wife watch it every year before the draft. Since like we've been together and since it came out, we watch Draft Day every day before the draft. Like every year, the day before the draft, and then we go into the draft because like just watching what happens in the war room on the movie makes sense. And then to see, watch Draft Day, and it was the Browns drafting the first pick, making all these moves around, and then they got the pick right in front of the Seahawks to trade back into their original spot situation. Like just what happens in with these GMs and owners, how they call them around. To see that happen on a movie and then it happen in real life, it's like, well, that's the draft day experience right there. They was show they had their receiver. Oh, we ain't got him. This who else on the board? You had a whole board.
I was sure we had him.
We had a whole board, and they still took a receiver. But I'm just saying, it's the first day. Deshaun Scribbner was still on the board. I think there was another receiver still on the board at the time. They could have took anybody, but they took a lineman. So it just blew my mind. But yeah, that was my draft day experience for sure. I was like, dang, didn't expect that. Didn't anticipate that. But it was the most, it wasn't shocking. It was hilarious to see. That was a panic. I said, this guy, I don't know who I was talking. I said, that got to be like malpractice. Like that was a bad, that GM might be gone this year. If that lineman don't work out, that GM might be gone. On the similar tip is when our GM traded away A.J. Brown and drafted Trey Burks. His ass was going to next year, right? Like that's the type of stuff that happened. But
yeah, right.
Now to transition to that final talking point, college football, right? The national championship this year gonna be in Las Vegas, Nevada.
The Raider Stadium.
Yeah, it's gonna be out there.
Okay,
so it's gonna be exciting. Cool. Obviously, our normal format right now is the 12-team bracket. There's been discussions, there's been talks about expanding it. We started the podcast off talking about it, saying, I think the way to fix it should be going to a 12-team bracket, essentially, where it models the college March Madness tournament, right? And speaking of that, not even trying to get sidetracked, they just expanded their bracket. So, like, that's kind of the 76 teams. So, it's kind of the reason why we're, like, talking about can the playoffs be fixed. I think I'm going to double down on it. I think we should go 12-team brackets. We read 3 different articles. One pushed by the Big Ten on what they stand for. They agreed to the possible expansion of a 16-team playoff bracket with hopes or with a promise that in the future it would expand to 24 teams. The ACC fully supports them wanting the 24-team bracket. They commissioner is talking about how you leaving off national champion contention worthy teams when you leave it at 12 teams. But the SEC commissioner is saying 16 as far as we're willing to go. They believe they don't believe in the automatic bids of how many they would give and just how it plays out. So yeah, my question, as we see on the screen, can the college football playoffs be fixed? Because remember now, I told you it's so much that goes into it, right? the endorsements now with NIL, with the transfer portal, all this. I said because the conferences are getting a little bit bigger, teams won't get a chance to play each other. So like the conference championship game, did you bring up that point about like we talked about like how they saying like the conference championship won't matter as much if they do like whatever they're doing, or was it?
I might have
maybe, but in some of the articles they're saying getting rid of the conference championship game. I think it was the ACC commissioner. He said that it was an ACC commissioner. It was SMU's coach. He said how the playoffs have been around, or they've been playing college football for 167 years, and conference championships have only been here for 34 years. So, like, we have to modernize the game as it moves and progresses. And I get where they're coming from, but I think extending it to 24 teams denigrates so much of the football season. Because now we're trying to figure out how to either compress the season, add in an extra bye week, or all of it. So So where is your thought process on it? If it goes to 2014, do you think we should go to 24 teams? Do you think 16 is a good? All right, let's expand to this. Because even if they do expand to it, we're still gonna have the same problem. Somebody's gonna feel like they left out. They felt like they were good enough.
Yeah.
So like, what do you think it should go, or what do you think a solution could be? I guess.
I wouldn't do 24. I think a 24 team format in terms of football is too many teams for playoffs. 16, I think 16, if we did up the amount, I think 16 will be the right amount. Now the format of the 16 teams being picked, I think there shouldn't be that many automatic bids. If we would do a 16 team playoff, you know how, because is there 16 in the NFL?
I think so, yeah.
There's 2 teams with a bye.
The number one,
I
east
think.
side. No, 2 teams from east side got a bye. The number 1 and number 2 for east side.
And I feel as if they would do a 16 team playoff, I think just 1 and 2 should be the ones with a bye.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know if I would do an automatic bid for anybody because it's 16 teams. So, because I mean, shoot, we got a top 25, and if you can't be in the top 16, then I just feel like that's your fault, and you shouldn't have lost the game that you were supposed to lose. Because I just feel like 16. I feel like that's a good number.
And you're not wrong. I feel like 16 it introduces you to the next level of what the postseason looks like anyway, right? Because the NFL bracket is 16 teams, 8 and 8, and then theirs is based off division, how they do it. You got the division games, the wild card game. So like it all works out in its own way. I think this expansion, I have no problems with 16 teams. You ain't wrong. It can completely model behind what the NFL playoffs looks like. I think it helps prepare you for what you're getting yourself into at the next level of how the playoffs play. Because if we go 16 teams, do you have to make the entire playoff bracket for the college football playoffs to model exactly what it looks like in the NFL. The only problem with it comes viewership and how the game's going to be played. Because just like the days that certain games are scheduled to play, now you got some NFL games on the back end of the season that are played on Saturdays. And then just like they want to – I saw something about they want to they signed an executive order for the Army-Navy game. I feel like so like they'll have their game. I feel like if it's whatever weekend they honor the service members and veterans and all that stuff, if they can, hey, the only game played on that weekend or the big game of that weekend should be the Army-Navy game, honoring vets, honoring service members. Let that be that prime time game in the evening time where everybody can watch it.
Right.
But I understand when they play that game, it happens the week after conference championship week, I believe. I think it can happen during the season. I don't see why.
I think it can too.
I don't see why it needs to be at the end of the season when there's really no football going on. Because like it should be it should be sandwiched in the middle of the best football you're gonna be watching. I think it's gonna get the nation pumped. First of all, I can watch Tennessee play whoever. It might be a really good game. Get that midday game or that middle section, that 4:00 game. It might be a Big Ten game, right? We're watching Ohio State play whoever to make it a big game, and then I end the night sitting down watching Army versus Navy.
Yeah,
they always.
I mean, I'm probably on the minority of this, but I don't care about the Army Navy game for real, bro.
And that's fine.
Like it's really I see what they doing with it.
What
like,
are they doing with it?
Salute to everybody who. No, I'm saying like with the Army and Navy.
I'm asking, what are they doing
cool,
with
salute
it?
to y'all. What you mean?
Like, what do you say? I see what they doing with it. So what are they doing with it?
Like the big, it's the big, like, of course, the single game, and it's between the two branches of the Army, and it's like, or the military, I meant, and it's just they not that good, bro. Navy.
It's not necessarily about them. First of all, this is why they're not that good. They can't recruit 300-pound players because of weight, like because of BCP standard, body whatever your body mass index. What?
Yeah. Let me ask something. What's the viewership of that game? Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it
year in, year out? Everyone tunes in to watch. It's at the end of the season though. It's like that week where you don't have football.
It's the only game though.
Exactly.
It is the only game. So,
but this is my thing. It's to the outside world looking in, right? Army versus Navy is essentially Army versus Marines. The Marines are a department of the Navy. There's this brotherly feud between the Army and the Marines. We're better, right? So that's where that comes from. So now it's the fact that these guys are serving our country, serving our nation, and now there's people who are in college still who haven't made it into the ranks, but they're wearing the uniforms to honor us and give the world. Like, obviously, we can't be out here as the service members playing football. People be protecting the country. But there's a game to honor us, guys who are getting ready to come into the service. So I get that, like, that's what the game means for the service members. And so when you say thank you for your service, that's what the game is right there. That's a way of them honoring us, letting us have that moment. Because we ain't getting out here fighting each other. We on the same side.
Right.
This is the only time we actually get to have a rivalry between the two branches. 3, technically. The 2 branches in the one department, i.e. the Marines. But it's just one of those things where it's like, for us, this is our Super Bowl. Because now we're going to talk junk to every Army person for the next year.
Right.
And they've been beating on them. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of them situations where it's like, it's a big deal. I get it. But what I'm saying is to give them the one long week at the end of the season when we can start bowl games a week sooner. Literally on that week.
Right.
If we put this game in the middle of the season at the best time to play it. Whatever the season it may, whatever game it may, like whatever. It could be the Thanksgiving week. School out anyway. Let them move their game to that Tuesday night or Thursday night, whatever it is, during Thanksgiving. Everybody sitting down, chopping it up, eating it good, and then service members can have them a meal together after the game.
Right.
But having them in an isolated week, if you take it out of that random week and let them start playing bowl games, it gives us a week shorter of the season. Because I looked it up. The college football season is 5 months long. 15 weeks of regular season football. And then after that, you get into conference championship week, Army-Navy game, and then we're going to bowl games, and then national championship. And
then playoffs.
Exactly. Yeah. National championship being January 25th. So, like, that's a long season for 12 games.
It is.
The 12 games is 3 months. 4 games a month. Yeah. So why is it? And I understand, like, you go 13 weeks because you get the bye weeks, right? For certain schools gonna need a bye week or 2. So I don't know, dog. I feel like the second bye week should be right before the playoffs start, as the other bowl games are kicking off. It shouldn't be. I make the postseason. I'm sitting at home because I'm not playing in the conference championship game. I'm not playing in the Army-Navy game. I'm not even playing in the normal bowl games. So I got 3 weeks waiting until we get ready to start playing the college football playoffs. Yeah, that could shorten the season by a week or 2 right there. So if you take that and put that in the middle of the season where we highlight that game as the prime time game, people tune in to prime time games. people tune in to prime time games. So I ain't, you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those weird situations where it's like, but then also, again, expanding to 16 teams, I get it. It models the NFL playoff bracket. So I'm all on board for it. 24 teams, nah. If we do 24 teams, I seriously think we go NIT football bracket. We got the 12-team bracket. We got the other 12-team bracket, which would be y'all didn't play. Like, conference winners obviously going to be in there. You get a, what do they call it now? Group of 5, group of 6?
Group of 6 now because of Pac-12.
Yeah, you get 2 group of 6 teams, and you fill out the rest of everybody else accordingly. And then everybody else, if we got teams, if we got 4 teams in a conference that went 10-2, y'all can play over here in the NIT tournament. You feel me? Like,
right, yeah. That's the only way it's supposed to be 24. Because ain't no way in chance you make a 24-team playoff. Heck no. That's too many games, bro.
And even that, if it's on the back end of the season, you might as well get ready to start playing during the week. Monday night.
Yeah. And then, like, what's the incentive of playing an extra conference championship game when you got that 24 playoff that you got to worry about, bro? Like, that's a lot of games.
And that's the thing, too, because they're saying the conference championship means nothing anymore. So if we get away with if we do away with the conference championship game, then we do 2 12 teams. Because at this point, best of the best aren't going to always be able to play each other. The conferences are too deep. I think, the SEC moved up to, 30-some teams? I don't know how many teams in the SEC. I'm sorry. 8 teams? I don't know what it is. It's a lot of them.
That's a lot of teams, right?
But, you know what I mean? Like, it's so many teams per conference now. The best teams aren't going to play each other. There's no reason Oregon and Ohio State shouldn't have played each other this past season. There's no reason, the top of the group should not bump heads. They just beating up on the bottom of the group. It should never play out that way. Right. Never play out that way. So I'm acknowledging that in just the Big Ten, because we as SEC fans assume that the SEC is the hardest, the toughest conference, and we play battles every week.
And it is.
But what I'm getting at is we play Texas this year. We play LSU this year. I think we play Bama this year. Cause our normal 3 opponents that won't get off the schedule are Bama, Kentucky, and Florida. So we won't play Georgia this year, right? I'm not mad at it. We ain't beat them in 9 years or 9 meetings, so I'm not mad at it. But in that situation, say we beat Texas, we beat LSU, we beat Bama in this season, still end up with 2 losses on our record. But then Georgia plays whatever their schedule looks like, and then they have 2 losses on their record. But we never played each other. We're not going to meet in the conference championship game. How do you decide who's going to be in and who's going to be out? Because obviously Georgia's going to play some opponents where there's some tough opponents on y'all schedule. And I just named our 3 toughest opponents on our schedule right there. Mm-hmm. So, like, you see what I mean? Like, there's no way to remedy that if, Tennessee 10-2, Georgia's 10-2, but they didn't play each other, so you don't get that litmus test of what is the standard. This is how we judge it off. So ultimately, I think once we get an NCAA commissioner for the whole college football, whoever decides it, hopefully 16 is going to be the biggest expansion. If we go to 16, I hope that's the biggest. If they try to go further than that, it's got to go 2 tournaments. It can't be a 2014, because if it's a 2014, it's going to destroy college football as we know it.
16 or 2 tournaments.
And then considering like we just talked about with the NFL, every game is on some streaming platform. You got streaming platforms to put these playoff games on too now. If that's the case, because viewership crazy for college football. Crazy for college football. I'm talking about 3 to 6 million is what I'm gonna say. Is what it ranges from across the board per game. Big games, not small schools. Nobody care about the Pac-2. Nobody care about the group of 6. The big schools, the big conferences, we averaging 3 to 6 million views. So I think if they try to go 24 teams, you got to go two different brackets, because the NBA analysis, the former college players and NBA players who are talking about this expansion to 76 teams, they not feeling it as a fan of college football, if you tell me I'm going to watch a tournament, they got 24 teams in it now. When in the NFL, you ain't even got that many teams playing. That's everybody but the last 8 teams make the playoffs.
Really, honest, right?
That's dumb.
Literally.
So now we saying
that's stupid.
And this is one of the things that James Harrison caught flack for, right? When he was like, "Oh, they giving out participation trophies to everybody. If you are a playoff national champion contention team, you gonna win when it matters. You can't sit here and cry. If we're talking about particular teams, Notre Dame join a conference. Don't cry when you don't make the playoffs, because the 2 teams that made the playoffs in front of you are the 2 teams that beat you. The 2 teams that beat you, your 2 losses, A&M and Miami, they made the postseason before y'all. But y'all all had that same similar record. So I ain't trying to hear all the crying about it. I think if they go 24 teams, I think his name Jim Phillips, ACC commissioner, and all they teams who they advocating for it, I think y'all got to miss us with it. Notre Dame, you crying about, oh, y'all got left off, win. Join the conference. Build y'all strength of schedule. Because you can't keep going and playing 4 ranked opponents, 2 of them being in number 22 and 25, and the other ones being number 7 and number 4 at the time. You lose to number 7 and number 4, but you beat the brakes off number 22 and 25, and you feel like you deserve to be in. No, it's teams that win undefeated against ranked opponents. Y'all can do it.
Right. Hey, Notre Dame gonna be, no, we're gonna do these 16-team playoffs. Notre Dame gonna be 17.
They not. So they automatic. And I seen something about like they will be the one team.
It was a joke.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
They getting that bid this year.
Just get the best team. Just get the best team, number 1 seed, and let us in at 16. Like, what are we talking at 7? That's dumb, man. It's that bothers me. But neither here nor there. But so you saying 16 is a great expansion, possibly?
Yes.
It stays at 16. It can't go higher than that. If it go higher than that, we need 2 brackets.
No. Yes.
All right, so we on the same page.
Because like I really, in all honesty, I don't want an NIT for football.
I don't either. But if they gonna keep giving out,
if we have to, like if we gotta go to 24, then it's we have to.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think 16 is the max, and I think you can make 16 work.
Because even on the day, 16 can work. 2 brackets can work. Why? Because when you watch the college football playoffs, they not playing all of them right then and there. Like there's 4 games in the first round, and there's 2 on this day, 2 on this day. You can watch 4 football games in one day in college football through the regular season.
I promise you can.
Can. So you can't tell me we can't do 2 brackets because the viewership gonna be split up. That's not true. Because you're only watching the best teams. If you go look at the ratings for every team, the best teams get the most ratings every season. That allows them to restructure TV deals. That allows them to restructure how NIL payments going to be played out and whatever it goes into this. But, yeah, no 2014 playoff bracket. If you go 2014 playoff bracket, you're going to hurt college football, you're going to hurt viewership, and people ain't going to really be interested in no more. That's just a personal opinion, but, I mean, we avid football watchers, and I think we know a little something we're talking about, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But you can click out that graphic, though. It was a good welcome back, you know what I mean? However, my dog. So, yeah, man, I think I'm going to try to, I don't know, I want to catch some games this season, NFL games. Obviously, I'm going to catch smaller schools up this way, college games, try to catch a Toledo game maybe. I might use vet ticks. They be giving out free veteran tickets, so I might try to use that to catch an Ohio State game if they got some, you know what I mean? But
go ahead.
Catch like a small,
have you been to Ohio State game?
I haven't, not yet. But when I grab the tickets,
before.
I'm going to if they play Grambling again, I'm going to one of them that not many people gonna show up and I can get in and get out, right? So I ain't
right
what it is.
Yeah.
But that's all we got for today. John, you got a quote for me? You got anything you wanna?
The quote I had earlier today is gonna be the same one. Mm-hmm. Trust your eval.
Trust your eval. I actually it was crazy. I had a fortune cookie. You know, we don't eat Chinese food all the time, but when we do eat it, we make sure we eat our fortune cookies. It's evaluate your propositions carefully moving forward. That was my latest fortune cookie.
You know what I'm saying?
So trust your eval, like John just said.
Trust your eval,
trust your
baby.
eval. It's in the universe. It's in the universe. He ain't just talking. It comes to you. So with that being said, I'm your host, Kel.
It's your other host, Johnny Boy.
And this has been another episode of the Crown School Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in with us, who are tuning in with us. We love you. We thank you. And we love the support.
Yes, sir. Last thing, keep on cramming, baby.
You know it.
At the record center.